Mike, thank you very much. As you know, I am a cookie connoisseur. My most favorite cookies in the entire world, Girl Scout cookies. But what happens when you eat the entire box and they're just not on sale anymore? Well, Janine Washle has a great suggestion for us. We are making fake Girl Scout cookies this morning, and you say they're similar.
They are very similar. I did a little CSI, I did a little cookie scene investigation, and it took me a while.
And what'd you find?
I found out that there are secret ingredients that make them taste unique, so that we're always reaching for boxes. 200 million boxes last year, $800 million in sales. So I'm not taking anything away from the Girl Scouts. I was a Girl Scout myself. I totally believe in this. It teaches girls a lot of really positive values that they'll take through their lives. I like to think that all of my little entrepreneurial efforts and whatever are because of the foundation that was laid down by the Girl Scouts. Wow, so I'm totally 100% for it. But what happens? I mean, what happens when I eat all of my Thin Mints out of the freezer?
You have a craving.
Well, I have to have a recipe so I can make a few more. So the secret ingredient in the first Girl Scout cookie ever sold, it was the trefoils. So I have shortbread shamrocks. Trefoils means shamrock, and it's buttermilk and brown sugar. And then Thank You Berry Munch, and these are my Cranberry Crunch knockoffs. Okay. And the secret ingredient in that is a Rice Krispie cereal. It's not a nut in there. It's actually a puff of the of the rice cereal. So that's the secret crunch in there. Savannah Smiles, my knockoff is lemon slices. There's a little secret ingredient to give it a tartness. And the secret ingredient in Thin Mints that give them that delicious mint flavor, peppermint oil. That's why you have that lingering peppermint flavor and why they smell so good when you open up that packaging. But I'm going to show you
the best for last. So
oh yeah.
Let's go ahead and make our Thin Mints.
Okay, show me how you roll.
Okay.
Dough, that is. Okay. No.
How
okay.
thin?
Now
is there a proper technique to rolling out the dough?
There is actually a proper technique.
Okay, show me.
And when you roll back and forth like that, which is very common, you are actually working the dough too much, and it develops gluten, and you get a hard cookie. Hard cookies are not good. You want crispy cookies. So you roll one way. And that's why I like this French rolling pin, because I can pick it up. Don't be afraid to look underneath your parchment paper. That's another thing. You want to measure. These are wafer cookies. They need to be 1/8 of an inch thick. So you want to make sure that you get them right. So you roll one way, and then when you get to the center, always use the center line, and then I roll down this way. And that's the right way to do that. And then you
Let's
measure
just say
it
we
and
have
you get
1/8 of an inch here.
Let's just, because of time, you always want to cut off the edges and make close to a square, because they get a little bit raggedy when the dough is cold. We all know that. And so you always want to use a bench scraper, a butter knife, something to scrape away. And the reason that I'm not cutting with a hard knife on this is a very expensive silicone mat, and I want to keep it for a while.
Let's move on to cutting our cookies out,
That's
Janine.
right. Well, Little Brownie Bakers is the baker or the bakery in Louisville that makes Girl Scout cookies on basically for this region, for this area. And then the other bakery is ABC Bakery, and it's in Richmond, Virginia. Now, Little Brownie uses a round cutter, and they actually make these holes are actually part of the cookie design in a circular pattern, and I didn't have a circular cutter. But ABC Bakery uses a scalloped edge.
Well, let's give it a shot. Let's try it.
So anyway, you want to get as many cookies as you can, but there's a trick to this. I'm doing this on this mat for a reason, because I'm going to show you. Just going to make it, and you want to space them about 1/2 inch apart. I don't pick up the cookie. I take away the excess dough.
Gotcha.
That way the cookie stays beautiful and round rather than becoming misshapen.
And then show me your technique, how to get the perfect chocolate and the perfect cookie.
Okay, so it's a glaze. It's not a frosting. That means that it's just chocolate and a little bit of shortening. We dump them and dunk them.
Dunk them.
And then you use your candy fork to pull them out just like that. And then take the neck of the fork and just put it right here on the tip and just very gently tap, 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 tap. And that tapping, it's just kind of a fast tap. Try to do it. See how the excess chocolate falls off? And that creates a perfectly glazed cookie that doesn't have what they call a footprint. And that the footprint is that puddle of chocolate that are on some cookies. So that is how you do it. So you just, here's another one in here.
All right. You work on that one, and I'll tell our viewers how they can find more information on you, Janine Washle from Cloverfield's Farm and Kitchen. We're making fake Girl Scout cookies. If you send Janine an email, she'll send you the recipe along with other recipes. She loves to hear from new friends and new viewers. You can find the information on our website, WDRB.com. And we're